Sherrill said,
"We need to move into clean power. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg, but if you're a good person, you'll do it."
Mikey Sherrill, more of the same, but worse.
It's going to cost you an arm and a leg, but...
The new Popeyes Hot Ones menu has something for the spice curious, the spice lovers, and the full-fledged certified spice lords. That flavor's fire. Attempt the Popeyes Hot Ones menu. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm Joe Torres on Eyewitness News. After the game, the search for a suspect in a deadly shooting in the Bronx.
That's not bad.
Picks up another influential endorsement. And the end of summer, start of fall AccuWeather forecast after the game.
One new comedy is back.
He has arisen.
With big guests. And a big home improvement reunion.
Hey, buddy.
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears premieres Wednesday, October 1st on ABC.
Incredibly one-sided first quarter. ABC Saturday Night Football presented by Capital One. Canes on a long march. Kirk pointed out this is play 14 of this drive. Chewed up almost 7.5 minutes as he tried to add to the lead here. Certainly in field goal range, but behind the sticks on second down.
It's about as impressive of a start that Miami could have hoped for, and about as dismal of a performance we saw in this first quarter by Florida. Another snap.
Kind of thing that'll drive a coach crazy, though. You are playing well. You're overpowering your opponent.
Snap infraction. 52 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
I mean, Brockermeyer, the dude who played at Alabama for 3 years, played a good season at TCU a year ago. They go to the portal, and a couple mess-ups early. The veteran.
Yeah, really the anchor of that front.
2nd and 16. Back. Gannon has plenty of time now. Runs out of it, and he'll be sacked. Good coverage there, and finally Jaden Woods, the true freshman, got home.
Well, you said it, Chris. That's a coverage sack. Carson Beck's eyes are looking to his left. Watch his head. He looks to his left. Nobody's there. By the time he comes back, there's coverage downfield. So great job by that defensive front. Eventually is able to get in there with the freshman. Very talented freshman Woods, and that's what the Gators needed to get Beck and the Canes behind the sticks.
It's been hard for this defense. They've been stout, but to make disruptive impact plays. This is the 3rd sack of the season. They only have 3 takeaways. And Beck, again, misfire. Second time he's tried to find Alex Bowman, the tight end, and tight end wasn't even looking at that point. So all of a sudden, the execution not crisp for the Canes in this possession.
No, the Gators have something to cheer for. You're right. Bauman, 87, you see him checking for the blitz, and just a check down just in case everything's taken away, but he's still blocked it. So the Gators, after 15 plays, they get a stop here.
They went backwards, and that creates a 53-yard field goal attempt for Carter Davis, who certainly got the leg for it. Booted a 47-yarder to win the game here against Notre Dame that was near the top of the upright. So distance shouldn't be an issue. Wet track. Ball down, kick driven, and it is hammered through. It's hard to believe his stats were actually quite poor at his previous school, FAU. Canes will find a kicker, and it's 10-0 first minute of quarter 2. That dude can kick.
So when I run the AI query, I just get this generic answer. It's like the AI is not even using our data.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
But we have the data. It's on our cloud, it's in our data centers, it's in your hand.
That's the problem. It's all over the place. The AI can't use it.
But it's right there.
Any business can use AI. IBM helps you use AI to change how you do business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
Coach here. Nobody has more sports content than the all-new ESPN app. Nobody. College football, the NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, TGL, the NFL. We have the best championship. The NBA Finals, the WNBA Finals, the Stanley Cup Finals, the U.S. Open, PGA Tour, the college football playoff. We got SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A, Get Up with Greeny, College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. All in ESPN, all in one place.
Touchdown! Will they settle for overtime or try to beat their rival now with a two-point attempt?
Go for it. Gotta go for dos. Go for dos. Go for dos. Go for dos.
Last season, he was questioned for settling.
Coach, why didn't you go for two?
We're going for two. Grab the Dos Equis. They're going for Dos. They got it. The risk pays off. Dos Equis. Always go for Dos.
Why do we love USAA team?
Because they still call Mom Sergeant. And they pay Dad's claim super fast after that scary thunder.
Gotta make this play work for me.
USAA membership. Always the smart play. Become a member today.
No, I'm still like that.
Wake up! We got pain to relieve by morning. Ice, hot, lavender! New Icy Hot, nighttime recovery.
Bro, don't stress. This house, it's the one.
Speaking of the one, caterer. We need a caterer.
You give Morgan Guillory a puzzle, she won't stop thinking about it until it's solved.
I'm Morgan. I work with the cops. I see the world a little differently.
Did you just try and chase after a sports car?
It was an instinct.
This might be the best day of my life.
CFP National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper. It's going to be awarded to somebody here Monday night, January 19th. Miami says, why not a home game for us? This is their fourth of 8 regular season home games. They'd like to play in the postseason here.
When do they leave the state of Florida? I think it's
going to go at SMU.
November 1st.
Yeah, at SMU. Then they play.
That's the first time they leave the state. It's November. It's a pretty good schedule.
Yeah, I don't know how you get 8 home games with 4 road, but they did it.
They figured it out with a pretty good team.
EB3 going to let that one land way beyond the paint. All right, so DJ Lagway, Kirk, you're looking for a spark. What do you do to get this offense going?
You get on your offensive line. Every time they've run the football, and it hasn't been pretty, there's been penetration. They've not been able to get any positive yards at all running the football. We talked about him, -5 yards. And Ball, every time he gets his hands on the ball, he's trying to evade a Miami Hurricane defender from that defensive line. You're probably going to have to move Lagway around. He's athletic enough to do that. You don't want him sitting back in that pocket, but they're going to have to somehow get this run game going, and maybe you include him in the run game.
They fake it to Jacoby Jackson, and Lagway looking to throw on first down, zips it high and way over the head of J. Michael Sturdivant.
You know, DJ Lagway is a very, very talented guy. Had a bunch of injuries, missed spring football, missed most of camp. This week was his 5th week of practice since January. So as good as he is, quarterbacks have to have reps in practice. You have to get your timing down with your skill guys. So when you see balls sail like that, it's still him trying to kind of find that rhythm.
Jackson into the hole. Yeah, had a very serious lower core injury that required some treatment. Then when you go back and you throw, you're kind of off balance, and he hurt his shoulder. Had a calf injury as well.
I mean, he said every obscure injury you can think of to slow him down. But the bottom line was he wasn't practicing. And he wanted to be out there, but he couldn't. So you're watching a guy basically that's still in camp mode, that's trying to play in front of a nationally televised audience against one of the top defenses in the country with not a lot of help right now up front.
Trying to convert here on 3rd and 6. Canes rush 4. Lagway still going to get flushed. Trying to create, has a blocker on the edge. Bang down hard right near the marker. See where they spot it. Poyser knocked him down along with Bassett. It's going to be just short, I believe, where they're spotting at 4th down.
That was a big emphasis this week. That, hey, Lagway's going to take off. He's a big part of what they can do, especially when he creates. And when he does, we're going to do this. Bang. We got to hit him and send a message. They got to go for this here.
Inside their own 35. Handoff. Just breaking a tackle long enough to get the first down as Jackson.
I mean, I think we're all sensing the same thing that Billy Napier is. This is going to be a tough night in the trenches. You got to try to go for it. Take a chance. Smart call. Good job there on that left side, getting just enough room there for the back to be able to pick it up. Jacoby Jackson.
Ran through the arm of Jacoby Thomas. So the initial first down for the Gators. BB3 is in the backfield. Option look. It's a reverse. And this is Trey Wilson around the corner. They're doing a lot with the running game this season to try to create in different ways because the straight-up run's not working very well.
No, they tried that a little bit earlier. Remember, we saw the discipline of the nickel there, Scott, and this time a good job by Mesidor staying home, and boy, did he make a hit. Remember they said they show up, they want to be violent? He's inbounds. That's a clean hook. He got him there at the helmet. But it was inbounds. Just, oh, they may take a peek at that. Yep. Not yet.
It's an SEC crew working this. And they don't buzz down for targeting. Wide open is Jackson in the flat. And arriving with a huge blow is Mohamed Touré to stop him short there. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that's 3 straight plays that we've seen big hits. This is, at this point, they're feeling like they're not going to run the ball that well. This is basically an extension of the run game. Kane's dropping back in coverage. Just dump it underneath and hope you can get some yards after the catch. Another 3rd down here. Big hits. If violence is the goal, they're accomplishing that.
Lagway pulls it and fires the way over the head of VB3, who was standing on the sideline. Mesidor brought the pressure. It's 4th down again. It looks like the punting team is coming out.
Brown went into motion, number 8. You see him right there. He goes down that right sideline, but he just does not have enough time. As you mentioned, Mesidor is able to get in there. The tight end underneath there, taken away. Hansen just nowhere to go with the football. Good coverage by Miami. Good discipline.
Tony back, retreats, waves for a fair catch. It bounces into the end zone. He's been inaccurate, Lagway. Do you put that into the pressure or just the uncertainty of that?
Both. Combination of both. I think it's what Miami's doing as a defense, and him, again, still trying to kind of find his rhythm, coming off of last week and just not having a ton of practice because of all those injuries.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank guy.
That's me.
Could we get a selfie?
Of course. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Ooh, that's a keeper.
So, what do you do outside of the Capital One Cafe?
What do you mean?
Like when you go home or...
Sleep tight. Don't let the overdraft fees bite. What's in your wallet?
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right. Buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual-threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap. DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's couture.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's couture.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain. It's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil targets pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I reward full-time fans. Check out this recruit. The ultimate tailgater doesn't just show up, she shows out. This full-time fan deserves a Modelo.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm losing sight of the world around me. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments. So I can do more of what I love. Vabysmo works differently. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your retina specialist right away.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
The #1 prescribed treatment for wet AMD. Ask a retina specialist about Vabysmo.
ABC Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Salted Caramel Toffee Iced Coffee for only $2.99. Live free. Eat Sonic.
What a comeback. Miami was down 33-10 mid-third, a 28-zip run. And Brock Berlin, of course, started his career in Florida, transferred to Miami. What a concept, and played his former team. That used to be rare back in 2003 when that happened.
Yeah, that never happened.
For the hype of that game?
Oh, my gosh.
He was out there for the coin toss. Was that a little bit of a poke at Florida? Bring out Brock Berlin?
Probably so.
Miami from the 20.
Gators continuing to keep their 2 safeties back, trying to make Miami be patient. Last series, 15 plays.
Marty Brown picked his way patiently. Talked about Shannon Dawson, who calls plays from the field, not typical, but he likes the constant conversation. Beck really appreciates him and click with this coach.
Yeah, it was great to talk to Shannon Dawson yesterday and just kind of get caught up in the transition for Carson Beck leaving Georgia, coming down to Miami, a new start, new place, and he said, you know, he was a little fragile when we first had him, and you know, we had to build a rapport, build a trust, and from that point on, once they established that, it's been great.
Beck had to collect a wide snap, and on the move, the low ball, incomplete. Too low for Tony Johnson. That play was kind of messed up from the start. Rockerbar's having trouble with the snaps so far tonight.
On the right. You're right. Good athletic play there.
But Todd Monk could call plays for Georgia, and then Mike Bobo did. You know, 2 excellent guys at that job. Different kind of vibe from Dawson, though.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Very, very different. Obviously, Todd Monken, not what he's doing with Baltimore. Bobo's doing a great job in Georgia. Sometimes you just, because of some of the experiences you had, sometimes in this new transfer portal era, you need a change. And he's at Miami, and he and Shannon Dawson have been a good fit.
Back across the middle on 3rd down. Broken up nicely. Reaching over to make the play with Sharif Denson. There's a flag down.
The flag came down right where he made the play. So
Elijah Lofton, the tight end, also down on the field.
Holding on the defense, number 0. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
Like at the top of the break, he grabbed the jersey. I was like, well, I thought that was a good play. But if you go back a little further, you'll see him grab onto the jersey right there. And that's what they ended up calling.
It's a big play on 3rd and 6, Bill. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good with the grab. That causes a restriction, takes a step away from the receiver. I'm good with it.
Bill's good with it. See?
I am too. At first, I thought if you just saw the end of the play, I thought he made a clean play. But as he came across the top of that route and moved across, there was definitely a grab of the jersey.
Running right. Banging forward. Fletcher. They never get him down. They just run him out. But it's on the Gators side of the field as this running game just continues to deliver body blows.
Right guard does a nice job coming around 73. That's Cooper. Also good job. You know, these receivers really pride themselves in being able to make good blocks. Time it was the back kind of leading the way, Brown. So it's one thing that's unique about Miami. We talk a lot about the offensive line. You talked about the culture, maybe the offensive line, the tone they set. But this Miami group of receivers, these backs, such an unselfish group of skill players. Feels good to say that about Miami.
Fletcher 7.6 on his 7 carries so far. Got the ball again. When Jordan Lyle went out, Fletcher came in. I don't think Notre Dame believed that Miami could run downhill through that tough defense, but they showed them they could. Holly?
Well, guys, you said Carson Beck was fragile, not only psychologically, but physically. He's coming off that ulnar collateral ligament surgery. He got here and he was in a huge brace, and he said when he started trying to bend his arm, January, February, it was excruciating. People were having to physically pull and bend his arm so his elbow could straighten. It's a miracle that he's out here throwing as well as he is. He said it's some of the worst pain I've ever been through in my life.
Yeah, he told us tears in his eyes. That was every morning at 5:30. How about starting your day that way? So excruciating elbow pain. But PT can change your life if you embrace it, and Carson certainly did.
I know you did that, right?
I think anybody who's been injured, even if you're a non-athlete like me, you appreciate what those guys do. But it was hard for him because he wasn't sure the ball was going to come out the same way, Kirk. It's like a pitcher hurting that injury, that elbow.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times in Major League Baseball, these guys have that Tommy John, that ulnar nerves, that Tommy John. Think about it this way. Anytime you've hit your elbow on a corner of a table and you feel the tingling go down into your pinky and down into your hand, you don't have to be an athlete to have that sensation. That's the damage. That's the nerve that he had to deal with and try to regain the confidence back to be able to throw the ball the way he has to.
Couldn't throw for 4 months. Play clock was winding down on this third down play. Did they get a timeout called? Beck was being very methodical at the line. And they didn't. Did they spot it on the sideline?
Timeout.
They
Miami.
did. Just. So it'll still be 3rd and 6. Kane's just grinding away. The Gators have run 13 plays and gained 23 yards. In Miami trying to add to this 10-point lead before halftime. It actually feels a lot more than 10 points. It's on one side. It's only 10.
Yeah, it does feel a lot more than that. I think Miami, this is every time they get the football, I think it's them trying to think about not a knockout punch, but them trying to say, hey, we got these guys on the ropes. Let's take advantage of it when we have this momentum. And right now, it's almost like a sprint at the beginning of the race. Florida's still at the gate. Like they're still waiting to get going in this game. And thankfully for them, their defense is able to make a big stop the last time on that 15-play possession. Now they got them to another 3rd down. See if they can get them off the field. Because this defense of Florida, just like last week in Baton Rouge, it's the defense that's kind of hanging around, letting this Florida Gator team, as the offense is sputtering, letting them at least compete for now.
They're in fringe field goal range because Davis can really boom it, but they need 5 to keep the drive going. And back across the middle, batted down again. Second time that a ball has been deflected at the line. There's one of the young freshmen stepping in, Jeremiah McLeod. So we'll see what Cristobal decides to do. He figures maybe this punt him deep.
Yeah, well, we talked about what will Florida do with all these injuries, and that was a huge 3rd down and 5. You're trying to do everything you can to just stay in this game. And who would be a young guy that would step up? And in this case, it's McLeod, 91, getting his hand up, timing that perfectly.
They know that Beck loves to work the center of the field, especially on 3rd down. So Dylan Joyce, first appearance tonight for the Miami punter. VB3 at the 9 as Joyce tries to put this struggling Gator offense in poor field position. And I think in this case, they won't mind backing him up 5 and give him more room to work with.
Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Cristobal at halftime, no doubt. If the score stays the same or gets bigger in his favor, we'll still talk about the mistakes and how it's not perfect and they didn't continue the momentum.
He's trained by the best. Rat poison. He was talking about this morning, all these compliments. He's saying, no. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Joyce kicks it high with backspin. Brown's going to field it to prevent that from bouncing down inside the 5. But the Gators still looking for a spark. Will begin from the 8, down 10.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two with fries and a drink, just $6.99.
Allergies got you trying every trick? Grab Zyrtec for total relief. It works fast and lasts a full 24 hours. What are you waiting for? Go Z's the day with Zyrtec.
Michelin innovates on the road and far beyond, with airless tires designed for exploring new frontiers. Michelin, motion for life.
Come on, guys, eat your food. Let's go. I want to taste your banana pudding. You taste my banana pudding. It's on. It's on.
I was going to say, will you marry me?
Save 2 times more for all of life's moments. With the bank that's your ally.
Lowe's knows tackling projects now means you can football Sunday.
Floors. He needs to up his ground game.
Well, we can measure it.
Measure?
Lowe's can measure and install it for you.
You can't measure passion, right, Jim? Stop trying to work the crew. This is Jim, one of the greats, and handsome.
Okay, Nate, it's just one smile, okay? One smile, and then we can go home, okay? No, that's too much teeth.
Nate, come on.
You gotta look at the camera, honey.
Nate, listen to your mother.
Buddy, look up, okay? No, that's too far up. This isn't working. DeVito, you're in.
Tommy DeVito, backup Nate.
If only there were backups in real life.
Hey, guys, follow me on this one.
But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
See? Now that's a smile. Okay, now everybody look at DeVito on this one.
My hair started to thin, and I took a pharmaceutical drug that caused severe side effects such as sexual dysfunction. Nutrafol is a drug-free supplement that gave me my hair, my health, and my confidence back.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com/man.
Monday Night Football, Lions-Ravens at 8 on ABC and ESPN.
They say teachers run the school. I say it's the students that rule.
Oh, hell no.
So here's bringing the heat so far, brought to you by the Sonic Smashers, making a smash burger out of this Gator front.
Yeah, especially the way this game started, this offensive line. We can see that, just pushing people around, winning the line of scrimmage. Defense doing such a good job of flying to the football. Gators nowhere to go, only 9 yards rushing. This is the thing that really stands out. These guys are flying around. They want to be violent. They want to be swarmed to the ball. We've seen a lot of that, and now they got Florida pinned back.
One play can change things if the Gators can find a spark. Boz had very little room to run. First couple plays of this game, he went backwards and stopped for a short gain by Toure.
I mean, Boz just has nowhere to go. You're talking about one of the more talented running backs in the SEC. He is a monster with his ability and size and burst. He's a 230-pound guy that can move around. We saw the speed last year against LSU. He went 75 yards, but he's got nowhere to go. They can't run the football.
Guy that scored 5 touchdowns against Kentucky. It's on a Tebow school record. He faked it to him. Lagway running for his life at the goal line and just slings it into the bench. Did not, well, maybe there was the receiver in Livingston in the area. Keontae Scott was bringing the heat.
Now that right tackle spot continues to be a concern. There's a whiff, and now it's a foot race. Look at Fort Bain. He's a monster, big size, 275 pounds, chasing down a quarterback like that. They brought pressure from the outside with a nickel. Scott, so the reason they punted was exactly for this opportunity. Get him to third down inside the 10-yard line, try to create pressure, try to create a turnover here with Lagway.
Lagway, the goal line, just got the ball out. And it's going to be ruled incomplete. Mesidor, one of those guys you talked about, and Poyser on the safety pressure. No time.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. Poyser came off the edge, but it's just, whether it's Bain on one side, Mesidor on the other, pressure comes right there with 7. Confusion up front on the offensive line, so the Canes got exactly what they want, and they're going to get great field position here after that 3 and out.
Did just get the arm moving forward to avoid a fumble there. Third 3 and out in their 4 possessions, and that's not what they're hoping for from the punter. Off the side of Doman's foot, Canes are going to start in plus territory. Holly?
Well, guys, the WNBA playoffs roll on tomorrow with a pair of game ones in the best-of-5 semifinals. Asia Wilson and the Aces host Kelsey Mitchell, Leah Boston and the Fever. Our first game's at 3 Eastern on ABC. And then Nafisa Collier, an MVP candidate. The top-seeded Lynx host Alyssa Thomas and the Mercury. WNBA Countdown kicks off our coverage 2:30 on ABC and an all-new ESPN app. And I will be there.
You did one of them, right?
Game. Yes, I'll be at the Lynx game. Okay. And it's so cool. Alyssa Thomas, she's coming off the first 20-point triple-double in WNBA history, so be sure to tune in. It's must-watch TV.
And Holly, 33-yard punt. That was it. So the Canes begin at the Florida 43, trying to add to this lead. Brown goes in motion. Beck as protection, just checks it down. Another low. He's throwing the ball low a lot tonight. That was Fletcher who couldn't make the play. Again, good cover. The goal tonight was for Florida's defense. Keep them in front. Just real quick about DJ Lagway. The thing that is disturbing if you're a Gators fan watching this offense is the lack of urgency, the lack of execution, the lack of fight, the lack of something to hang your hat on. It's just a team that just looks like they're just in a fog offensively right now. And I don't know how you get out of that. You keep asking me how the hell do you get out of it? I don't know. I mean, you got nobody that's competing on that offensive side of the ball. Here's Beck, a design run. They mix this in a little bit against USF. That guy's competing. McLeod's competing. Can he play offensive line? Can we move him over to the offensive line? Young 300-pounder making plays in the middle there. You're right, the Gator defense, after being mauled in the opening possession when they gave up the touchdown, has kept the Canes out of the end zone. They're making them work for it. They got another third and long here. It's the third week in a row, really all year. The Gator defense is doing what they can do. Even again, depleted on that defensive front, but doing what they can do to try to hang in there against a really physical and talented Miami team. Beck just 5 of 12. He's felt some pressure, but also just delivered some low passes. Steps up across the middle. This one's high and off the hands of C.J. Daniels. Veteran should have made that catch. And it's 4th down. Now, Florida mixing up their looks here, but this time they were lost. You'll see the linebacker right here. He's trying to get back in case there's a crosser, but he just gets lost, and that's a 1st down. It's very, very rare to see C.J. Daniels. He did a nice job of climbing there, puts it where Daniels can make that catch. I don't know if Daniels is thinking about where to go after he makes that reception, but right through his hands. So once again, the Gators defense does their job and get it off the field. Still a wet night, but not a mistake you expect Daniels to make. It's a little bit of a lifeline for the Gators. Once again, Canes send out Joyce to try to pin Florida back. Cristobal will not be happy with the offensive execution. No, really since the mid-first quarter, I don't think. No, and he and Shannon Dawson told us, listen, it's going to be one of those nights against a very good defense. They're going to take away with 2 safeties back. They're not going to let us take our shots downfield. We've got to be able to run the ball, kind of dink and dunk, and be patient because of the style of defense that they play. And I think they felt pretty confident they could move the line of scrimmage, especially with the injuries. They did it on the opening drive, and since then we've not been able to see the same amount of punt bounces, and it eludes 2 coverage guys. Went right between them into the end zone for a touchback. You know, I'm all for DJ Lagway having 5 weeks of practice since January and him trying to work out the kinks. I just want to see somebody on the offensive side of the ball get mad. Somebody get upset. Somebody kind of compete. Push somebody around. Get physical. I mean, your defense is giving you a chance to hang around in this game. Let's go. I felt there was a lack of urgency. You watch the USF tape. Right. In a home game against a team that many thought they would bully. The last 3 weeks, it's kind of been the same thing. You got to be able to win the line script. Receivers don't have a catch tonight. They've rarely been targeted. And there's one. Incomplete. They tried to get the ball to Trey Wilson there. Diving attempt. So 1st down, downfield throw. Something they haven't done. This is a pretty well designed play. Would have been a great effort and catch there by Wilson if he could have come down with that. But these windows against his Canes defense, they got eyes on the quarterback. They're tight. It's got to be perfect accuracy and execution if you're going to convert. Quickly, both quarterbacks struggling with the pass game tonight. Lagway 3 of 8. There's a high percentage throw on the edge to Wilson, who picks up enough yardage before Teray gets him out to avoid another 3rd and very long. Been a lot of 3rd downs for Florida, and they're 0 for 5 so far in this game tonight. Beat 5 here. Yeah, you've got a Miami
pressure, 6 pressures on 9 dropbacks. See if they can dial it up again. They bring a lot of people up front, try to confuse this offensive line. Look at this. Who's coming? Who's dropping? Or are they all coming?
Well, a lot of them are dropping. The Lagway. They unblocked. Flying off is Jacoby Thomas on the safety blitz.
Well, Bryce Lovett, the big concern we had was the right tackle. Really, the whole offensive line against this front. But I just said, you saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. You knew some are going to come, some's going to drop. The right side is overloaded. Nobody to be able to help out. The back's on the left side of that offense. He can't come around to be able to chip. He just doesn't have the numbers.
Dolan, say on the ugly side, kind of rolled dead at about the 37-yard line. Ends up being not bad on the stat sheet, 43 yards.
Well designed there. The way Miami's defense gets this offense to third down. And
this Hurricanes offensive huddle trying to find some juice. You see Beck, Tony, the drop by Daniels.
They've dominated. They're dominating. They're only up 10-0. But Heatherman, real quick on the defense side, when he gets this offensive line of Florida's, by the way, there's a lot of experience up there. 4 guys returning from last year. Their heads are spinning on third down in obvious passing situations. That guy's a stud, that defensive coordinator.
Cristobal said he was a must-get after the interview. Brought that intensity, that look. And also delivered the message of the kind of defense he wanted to play. He mentioned it's a little bit risky sometimes. They're not always taking the most sound angle, right? They're just trying to get downfield, be violent.
I don't know, man. I feel like, at least tonight, I feel like they're playing with a great deal of speed and intensity, but playing pretty disciplined up at this point. You know, it's easy to play with discipline on the back end when you're just dominating the line of scrimmage with what they have up front, especially on the edges.
Tony on the near side. Malachi Tony doesn't need much. Incredible acceleration, just an explosive athlete. Got a block there from Malinois on the edge there. First down to the 45, picked up 16.
But Chris, watch Thornton here, the safety. He actually anticipates this, does a good job. He just doesn't finish. He gave himself a chance because of the way he came up so quickly, and the Miami receiver really couldn't block him. He had a chance to make a play, but you got to be able to tackle in the open space.
Big CC Malinois. DB going, no. Hey, you don't want to see that fella shoving you backwards. The projected top 10 draft pick, preseason All-American. And off inside, they get Marty Brown just banging downhill inside the 35.
And your guy CC on the backside, if we can show that. I mean, you want to talk about textbook. Theresa Mel Kiper and all the boys are going to be so excited about CC. Watch him. Watch 61 right in here. He's not done. He's going to keep going. 5 yards, 7 yards, 10 yards. He just keeps mauling people.
Roller skates.
Yeah, just pushing people around. 6'6", 315 pounds.
From American Samoa. Played his football at IMG Academy in high school. In the flat. Catch made and getting the backs involved as receivers now. That's Brown. It's another first down. Miami trying to really put the Gators on the ropes here before halftime. They'll get the football, by the way, to start the second half.
Getting a little physical out there on the edges. Malachi Tony, he is not just a fleet-footed true freshman. I love watching him when he doesn't get the football. I mean,
he loves to block.
That's what I'm saying. Look at him far right. Look at him far right with Denson. I mean, he's getting into his head a little bit. Denson almost got a 15-yard penalty for taking a swing there at the end of that play.
Fletcher wrestled down inside the 25. Miami has 1 timeout plus the 2-minute timeout to work with here.
One thing I'll say real quick is that Mario Cristobal has created a culture in his 4th year that I think starts in that offensive line room, permeates itself throughout the rest of the team. When you can get the offensive line to affect the receivers and the running backs, everybody loves to block. When was the last time you could say that about Miami? I love it.
underground hotline. What's the password?
You know, I don't remember that part. All right, let's just not nitpick over the password stuff.
A former quarterback said it a lot.
I don't remember any more of this code speak.
It became like his super famous catchphrase.
This is Bob Ferguson. You understand that?
Bob, do you not watch football?
I need to find my daughter.
Call me back when you have the password.
Did you just...
Omaha. Omaha.
One battle after another, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Only in theaters September 26th.
Good is good enough for some, but not for you. Because you know there's nothing like traveling the world with the largest curated global hotel program and having a place to land with the largest global airport lounge network. Nothing like having dining benefits at over 10,000 Resi restaurants and having experiences you'll never forget. For a life like no other, you need a card like no other. There's nothing like Platinum.
This game has gotten out of control. All the money, the unpredictability. It's time we instate a commissioner.
Introducing the commissioner of coverage, the Aflac Duck.
Commish, when health insurance falls short, who pays you cash to help with your medical bills?
Aflac. The commissioner has spoken.
I love that duck.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover with
Aflac, an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Y'all can ask about it at work.
The queen is here.
I cannot wait to see which jewels she's chosen.
Look, it's lightly breaded.
The royal jewels. Presenting Tyson lightly breaded boneless chicken bites. Always been Tyson.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues, but an AutoZoner helps them find the right Duralast battery. Don't miss the end of summer sale with great deals and rewards. Now until September 22nd.
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
If you buy a new phone because of a feature that's coming soon, but it's been coming soon for a full year, you could change your definition of soon, or you could just change your phone.
Only one student section can claim the title of Taco Bell Live Más Student Section of the Year. Not the biggest section here, but they like the winner, and they're committed now. You got to make a commitment. It's like a 45-minute ride to campus, so you go down. Either drive yourself or take a bus. But they showed up tonight. They did. Fired up, and they're going to see if the Canes in the final 2 minutes of the half can build on this 10-point lead.
Canes thinking 2 for 1 to get the ball to start the second half. Gators better make a stop.
They flip it to the flat. Catch made by Lofton, the tight end. And they left him alone. He was hurt. He came back. Ran over Devin Moore's first and goal.
A great job of moving him here. And this side of the defense just gets lost. Eyes in the backfield, worried about the run game with Fletcher. Good job of squeezing them in with that play action look. And then get it out to Lofton, who they think is an absolute stud at tight end. 6'3", 230 out of Bishop Gorman out in Las Vegas. High school powerhouse.
He stays in the game. They'll no doubt go to a power formation here from the 6-yard line. Fletcher. Gators do a good job of gumming up the middle, and they'll push you back for a loss there.
That was a great play by Jamari Lyons. We talked about him earlier with all the injuries that they have up front. They've got to find guys that are willing or able to make plays. Good job of getting off the block, not giving up. This defense, just when you think the Gators are done, give up a big play, somebody steps up, comes up with a stop.
Napier took a timeout, Kirk. He spends the timeout here. He's got 2 left trying to get the football back, whatever the result of this sequence is.
Gators 25 yards offense still. You're talking about 4 players from Miami have over 25 yards. Just 4 players over 25 yards.
Minute 45 from Kevin Nagandi and Booger at the halftime studio. Guys?
Chris Ford, halftime report just minutes away, as you just mentioned. And defense, the storyline there for Miami. Defense, the big story for Oklahoma, a record-setting day. We're going to hear from Dabo Swinney, and that is a big storyline after a 1-3 stunning start. And this is a good sign if you were following South Carolina. Lenora Sellers in action.
No doubt. Went out last week with a concussion. He's back and doing Lenora Sellers things.
2 touchdowns, and right now they're up by 2 against Mizzou on the road over on ESPN. Back to you, Chris.
All right, second and goal here for the Canes. Again, they try middle, and Fletcher nowhere to run, so rather vanilla play calls.
Yeah, but it's still, we brag so much on Miami's physicality and their offensive line, and we asked Shannon Dawson, you get in the red zone, what's the plan? Because this defense clearly wants to, they're going to give up some yards, but it's going to come down to the red zone, right? And he said, you know what we're going to do in the red zone? We're going to pound them. He said we're going to even put more emphasis on that. And twice these last 2 plays, we've seen the Gators interior, which was supposed to be a concern with the injuries, back-to-back plays. They keep showing backbone, keep making good plays.
So it's third and goal, ball outside the 5. This is important. If it's 13-0 at halftime, it's one thing. 17-0, 3 scores with the way the Gators have struggled. They have 25 total yards, so this play is rather important.
1 first down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Miami gets the ball to start the second half.
All true.
Yeah.
So this is important, not to be down 17. I'm selling the urgency. You want urgency. There's an urgency for this defense in this play.
The Gators had urgency on defense, not on offense.
Brown is the bat in the pistol. Now shifts to the left. Malachi Tony near slot on the left side. And again.
Center again.
Another pre-snap penalty. That's one glaring problem tonight that they will want to clean up.
That's the 6th pre-snap penalty on the Canes offense.
5-yard penalty.
6.
Third down.
I know what's going on with James Brockermeyer, that NFL career. I mean, he's a veteran guy. I've talked about his career at Alabama for 3 years, TCU.
In a home game, right? I mean, the Florida did move there. You know, you don't know what's going down in the defense line. They're yelling, move! You know, anything that might have caused that, but it definitely impacted Brockermeyer, who flinched again.
Beck steps up, and nobody there. Threw it off the back wall there, just a throwaway, and taking 3. So the Canes moved it 52 yards in 9 plays.
Well, you had
stall
6 defenders with 4 receivers. Good tight coverage, just nowhere to go with the football. He has to throw it away, and we keep saying it. I don't know how they're doing it, but you got to tip your cap. The Gators defense for the last few weeks, really all year, making plays, and they stepped up once again on those last 3 plays to force this field goal.
They will have some time to work with before halftime. And 1 timeout, Carter Davis, I'm just thinking, bangs it through. It's 13-0. If they want to, they've got some time to work with here.
All right.
That was why they took the timeout. You understand, Coach?
Under normal circumstances, I would agree with you, but if 4 rushing yards, they're 0 for 6 on third down. The longest play they have tonight is 8 yards. I don't know if I would be in a real aggressive mode here if I were Florida. I might go back to the chalkboard here, because you don't want to give Miami, if you go fast here and you go 3 and out, which has been most of the night, you're going to give the ball back to Carson Beck potentially. So
you expect them to run it here?
I think the first couple plays will dictate whether or not they're going to crank up tempo and try to get points.
So when the head coach steps up and says we're a really good team and we're just a dozen plays away from being undefeated, it's a positive spin. You're trying to give your guys a boost.
But you know what, Chris, I think it's a talented football team. I just think that you have 4 offensive linemen that returned from last year. And you got DJ Lagway, who's trying to kind of work the kinks out. You got some pretty good skill at receiver, a really talented running back. And yet last week, the turnovers were a big story. Self-destructing has been a big story. And even tonight, it's really not just, let's not point just to DJ Lagway. It's the fact that they can't run the football. You're putting Lagway and this offense into predictable play calling. They're getting whipped up front. And this is Miami. They're going to do this to a lot of people, especially when you get into these third downs and it becomes obvious. They're going to dial things up. They've done a heck of a job with Corey Heatherman, the defensive coordinator, getting this Florida Gator defense to third down and then mixing up the looks and creating a lot of communication issues with that offensive line. So combination of really bad Florida offense with really good Miami defense.
See what they can produce in the first play, but they hope there's going to be a drive. Pitch to the edge. And Bob.
That's a run play, really. I mean,
around there tries to make four guys miss.
Can't run the ball, try to get the big fella out in space. He makes a couple guys miss, at least able to get some positive yards, right?
Playing with some tempo.
Tempo, but not like breakneck tempo. If they get a first down, you might see him go a lot faster.
Pass rush closes in. That's an off-target throw. Hayden Hansen, the tight end, it was a big part of this offense the first 3 weeks, had 13 catches. Couldn't corral that.
Austin Barber, the left tackle, had the unfortunate one-on-one matchup with Ruben Bain. They only rushed 4. They're trying to prevent anything downfield. They rely on their front 4 to get home because they can.
Still looking for that first third down conversion. If they don't get it, the Canes would have some time to work with.
Just for fun, watch this guy here on this third down.
And whistle on a false start, so this just got harder on third down against that pass rush you were going to highlight. I mean, they killed the game.
On the offense, number 53, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Against Notre Dame, after the long field goal, with a 4-man rush, they just shut down C.J. Carr to win the game at the end.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing, that not everybody has that, right? I mean, you can bring pressure. There's Ruben Bain. He's got these tackles just gun-shy. They are terrified of the speed and power of Bain and Mesidor on both edges of this defense. And then when they get you here, Marcus Lightfoot comes in, number 12, to bring in a guy that's super twitchy and got speed. He's right here now.
You point that out. They got a lot of pieces on this defensive front, different kind of guys. Lightfoot got right near Lagway, who had to check it down the bar. And again, this is swarm. The violent swarm. Bain was over there in the perimeter. And he stopped way short of the first down, and the clock stops with 51 seconds.
And again, you're able to rush 4. That's just 4 pass rushers. And you might say, well, he didn't get home, but you know what he made him do? He's got to get rid of the ball. Just because of the perception of that speed and the way that pocket can close, how much do you love to see Bain, who sets the tone, by the way, they say in practice every day, not just on Saturday, but every day the hardest worker they have on defense is able to run that one down.
Doman has been way too busy tonight. Punts it to Tony and makes the fair catch at the 25.
By the way,
just about one timeout to work with.
We talked about they're going to go fast, they're going to try to score, and I said, you better be careful. There's Michael Irvin talking to Bain. I'm sure he approves of that effort that he's playing with. They went out of bounds there. So Miami didn't even have to use their timeout. Now you got 43 seconds. Haven't really attacked much downfield. I think you're going to see that now here to try to get into field goal range. But like I said, I thought Florida might, the way this half has gone, just maybe work the clock and get the hell out of here. But instead, they tried to make something happen. You got 43 seconds. And
if you're Dawson, what do you have to lose by taking a shot? You can get a PI. You can, good things could happen.
Well, if they play split safeties, then you got to be able to try to attack the middle of the field with 10. Shoot him right down in between the safeties if they split. They still have the timeout because third down play went out of bounds. That's a big opportunity for them.
Back a lot of freedom to the line of scrimmage. Makes a lot of checks, changes plays. They have changed that to a run. And they blow the whistle. Not signaling yet for a timeout.
No.
May be it for the first half.
I guess they're content. Again, I cannot say enough about how impressed I think anybody should be watching the Gators defense. To think as a defensive player, you're not getting anything from your offense, and you not only have to deal with Carson Beck and company, you're dealing with, are our guys ever going to score? And the psychology of that, and just keep coming up and making plays. They kept them in this game. As bad as that was, they're in this game at 13-0.
Miami 198 total yards, good balance. Florida just 32, 1 first down, 5 3-and-outs on their 6 possessions. And Miami will get the football to begin the third quarter. Let's hear from Cristobal with Holly.
Well, Coach, as good as your offensive line's been at times, 6 pre-snap penalties. What's going on with the center to get that fixed?
Oh, now we're getting spooked by some of their stem calls and whatnot. We got to have better self-control.
You guys started this game with great offensive momentum. How do you regain that? You get the ball back to start the second half.
Don't get off schedule like we have been getting. And then when we have the opportunity to convert on third down, push the piles in first and second down runs, we got to make sure we do that.
Thanks, Coach.
Always weary of the rat poison, but if the Canes can continue this, the chorus will only get louder of people who believe this is a true title contender. And with Clemson faltering, perhaps finally this is the year Miami can win the ACC crown. Long way to go. 13-0 at halftime. The Ford halftime report. Said there now. Kevin.
Chris, thank you so much. Here with Booger McFarland, and there are 2 numbers. 32 total yards from this Florida offense. 1 first down. What's happening? Billy Napier is the head coach and the offensive play caller.
There's enough blame to go around. Usually, when your quarterback throws 5 interceptions and he comes into the next game, it's up to the play caller and the head coach to get him some confidence. Billy Napier has not done that. That's number 1. Number 2, when he is protected, he's missing open receivers. And thirdly, the offensive line front. So if I'm Billy Napier, I go into halftime, I simplify the game plan. I tell DJ, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get you some easy completions to get his confidence up. It's clear to me that this young man's confidence is down right now, and it's up to the play caller, who's also the head coach, to get him some confidence.
7 of his 12 passes are at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to help him out. Push the football down the field. Help the young man out. Get the offensive line to protect, because this defense is playing well right now.
Yeah, you've been a part of that. When the offense doesn't score in your career, how do you handle that in the locker room? And you're doing a great job as a defensive team.
Everyone says defensively, just do your job. But mentally, it weighs on you, because time after time, you're on the field, and you look at the scoreboard, and there's still a 0 up there. Mentally, it starts to weigh on you. They got to get some offense to keep the defense fresh off the field.
Gators doing all they can right now against this Miami offense. The next time we're going to see Miami, they will be facing Florida State in 2 weeks in Tallahassee. Oh, Gus Malzahn in his bag. The explosive plays here for FSU, Boog.
No doubt, Kev. One of the 3 best teams I've seen all year. Oregon, Miami, and Florida State. They're explosive in all 3 phases of the game.
They win 66-10. Tommy Castellanos left with a lower leg injury, but he says he's going to be good to go. They got Virginia on Friday. Ahead, Oklahoma's defense dominates a familiar face, and something we've never seen in the Dabo era. We'll hear from him after this.
And wait for this.
Someone once said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
That unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and skin clearance that lasts with Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about Nemluvio today.
If you're ready for a wild ride, then I'm your girl.
How wild?
Mel has never been exposed to women like us. I don't know how he can handle it all.
Make me feel like
happiness, and fun.
Welcome to the Ford Halftime Report.
Boog and Kevin here with you. Our early game on ABC, SEC top 25 matchup in Norman, Auburn on the road, and some trouble for Auburn's special teams. Hudson Cobb, 4th and 33, stumbles there. Great field position for Oklahoma. What a mistake here for the Tigers.
Well, Kev, he panicked. He had time to punt the football, but he panicked and got tackled.
John Mateer, 10 straight games, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, and then midway through the 4th, Auburn down by 6. Malcolm Simmons going in. It's 17-16, and it's Auburn feeling good. But here comes Mateer with the keeper.
Kev, even after being sacked 10 times, Auburn was still in this game. But John Mateer on the national stage showed you why he's a Heisman Trophy frontrunner.
They don't get the 2-point conversion, 5-point game, and you mentioned the 10 sacks, and here's number 10. Oh, my. Jackson Arnold, former 5-star Sooner quarterback, going down. Here he is afterwards after losing by 7.
Look, I was with those guys for 2 years, made some great friendships, and obviously was with Peyton throughout all high schools. You know, that's one of my best friends right there, and just, you know, it obviously sucks losing the game, and I know we wanted to win, but, you know, it was good to see them after the game and people that I haven't seen in around 9 or 10 months. So it was good to see them.
Look at this number. How about 10 sacks on the day coming in the Sooners front? They had only 7 in the first 3 games.
And it was good to hear from Jackson Arnold because we forget, not only is this a game, there are relationships formed. This young man spent 2 years in Norman. Now he's at Auburn. It's good to hear him talk about it.
He hung in there, showed a ton of heart. Oklahoma 4-0 right now. Meanwhile, Clemson hosting Syracuse. Syracuse 17.5-point underdogs. Steve Angeli to Darryl Gill. Uh-oh, Boog. How about the Cuse up 24-7 at Clemson?
One of the best plays in the playbook, the little slot fade, great throw.
Angeli would go down here, non-contact. You see where he's holding it, it's not good. He was on crutches, could be an Achilles.
No doubt. Anytime you see somebody try to push off and they grab the back of the ankle, usually the Achilles.
The backup, Ricky Collins coming in, finding Justice Ross Simmons. The Cuse and Fran Brown, they win. Dabo 1-3 for the first time in his career.
Obviously an incredibly disappointing outcome and start to our season. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. I mean, just a lot of pain. I've been in a lot of painful locker rooms. That was up there near the top. And man, my heart just hurts for our team and our fans.
Look at this. Clemson trailed for 56 minutes in its game against Syracuse. Slow starts, continuing a trend. They have trailed for 55% of the season.
They're not a good team. They're poorly coached. They got good talent, but their good talent is not showing up and playing well. Offensive coordinator Garrett Riley is not putting Cade Klubnik in position. You change the defensive coordinator. You bring Tom Allen from Penn State over. The defense is underperforming. No ifs, ands, or buts, Kev. They're a bad team.
They look lost. Meanwhile, Memphis, they were at one point down by 18. This is the biggest comeback of the college football season. Sutton Smith, Arkansas defense, a no-show late.
We're still looking for him.
Yeah, and they have the ball, by the way. Setting up for a field goal, down by 1, and they fumble here.
The second week in a row, they fumbled at Ole Miss. Now you fumbled against Memphis. Arkansas going in on the go-ahead drive, fumbles 2 weeks in a row. Starting to see a pattern there for Sam Pittman.
Memphis coming back to win 32-31. A stunner at home. And they started the day, those Tigers, 27% chance to reach the playoff in the group of 5 now at 35%.
I love their chances. I also love the USF Bulls. You beat Boise State, you beat Florida. That's still 2 really good wins by the USF Bulls.
Big win for Memphis. Meanwhile, Notre Dame looking for their first win of this season, taking on Purdue, and they got the best backfield. You can make the case with Penn State. Jadarian Price can return kicks, and this is what he does.
You just got to get them touches. Between Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price, I want them to touch the football 35 times per game, somehow, some way.
Notre Dame getting that first dub, 56-30. Price 100 yards to the house.
This halftime report is brought to you by Ford. Ready, set, Ford.
Never gonna fall, never gonna fall, never gonna fall. I gotta fall, I gotta fall, I gotta fall. Ain't gonna fall.
All right. Same thing?
Yup. This is our year.
You know,
If getting AT&T's best deal on the new iPhone 17 Pro without needing the most expensive plan taught me anything, it's that switching things up can be a good call. So how about we try something that's timeless?
Oh yeah, good call. Ooh. Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required.
Some allergy medications can make you drowsy. But Allegra is different. It's fast and non-drowsy allergy relief with 0% brain interference that lasts 24 hours. So you can stay focused even when you're driving. Try Allegra. It's a no-brainer.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
We are part of an operation. Is this our Combat Operations Center? Militants came in from different directions. Nuclear reactor. So we have a couple loaded and ready to go. We've got a home right here engulfed in flames. The scene here, apocalyptic. How important it made to USA. Great work. Hi. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Ismael? David.
I'm David Muir.
I know who you are.
You
Watch
do?
you every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
At Burger King, you write the rules of value.
Your rule number 105, Cineminis are part of the meal.
No. It's the whole meal. You can choose all Cine Minis with the $5 duo or $7 trio.
You told her when she grew up, she could be anything she wanted. That she was going to do hard things. You got this. And be a part of something big. You told her she wasn't going to just see the world.
What is that?
She was going to help change it. You told her she could. So she will.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Frontierland, Tomorrowland,
Space Mountain. It's a small world after all.
I am a Haunted Mansion diehard.
Welcome, foolish mortals. Hello!
The happiest story on earth, Sunday night on ABC.
We form a bond stronger than blood. Because ours is a family that is forged in fire.
I live safe, kid.
The ring of fire!
Welcome back to the Ford Halftime Report.
Well, nothing like a whiteout in Happy Valley. Game day going to be there. Number 2 Penn State hosting number 6 Oregon next Saturday.
I wish I could be there. They said they got good ice cream in Happy Valley.
Oh, yeah? The Creamery?
I've never been.
Absolutely. Yes, you should go. This week's Big Ten Top 20 Showdown. Number 19 Indiana hosting number 9 Illinois. But this is a surprise. 35-10 Indiana. Special teams.
3 phases of the game, Kev. Offense, defense, and special team. Kurt Signetti's team is mastering special teams.
D'Angelo Pond's the name. Primetime performers. Next.
This halftime report is brought to you by Ford. Ready, set, Ford.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm always scouting for full-time fans. Check out this year's recruits. The teen transfer, married into the team, but acts like he's married to the team. The playmaker can get the ball through the uprights without setting foot on a field. The early season hopeful doesn't hope that this is her team's year, knows so. These fans deserve a Modelo. Because football isn't really football without you.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain. It's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil targets pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
The new Popeyes Hot Ones menu has something for the spice curious, the spice lovers, and the full-fledged certified spice lords. That flavor's fire. Attempt the Popeyes Hot Ones menu. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
And done.
Is this a house?
No, it's a powerhouse.
A powerhouse?
For ACC football. Powerhouse Conference, baby.
I think that's a metaphor.
Best quarterbacks, best matchups, best fans.
Whoa, is this a powerhouse?
Powerhouse.
How many rooms?
17, obviously, plus a fan cave.
Wow, a cave? Pretty sure it's a metaphor.
What makes it a powerhouse?
Watch. Powerhouse.
You give Morgan Guillory a puzzle, she won't stop thinking about it until it's solved.
I'm Morgan. I work with the cops.
You know who did it, don't you?
And I see the world a little differently.
I know
you guys aren't sold on my theory, but hopefully this should clear things up.
Oh, wow.
Did you just try and chase after a sports car?
It was an instinct.
This might be the best day of my life. Well.
We've been waiting for the season premiere of the #1 new comedy, Shifting Gears.
Tell me you're using protection. You are not ready to be a parent.
Whatever. With big surprises.
Boo, are you hiding?
Big guests.
So you met someone. Lucky for you, she has low standards.
And a big home improvement reunion.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Shifting Gears. Season premiere Wednesday, October 1st on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Always live. ABC 7 News starts right now.
Hey, good Saturday evening. I'm Frances Wang. Here's a quick look at tonight's headlines. Starting in the South Bay, hundreds of volunteers spent today restoring and revitalizing Columbus Park and the Guadalupe River Trail in San Jose. Volunteers picked up litter, spread mulch, and pulled weeds to beautify the area. Mayor Matt Mahan says it's part of a broader revitalization plan of Columbus Park, which is expected to be completed in 2027.
Over time, we'll restore this park, both the natural habitat, but also the amenities like the basketball courts and baseball diamonds. And what we've seen as we've progressively cleared encampments and established no encampment zones along the Guadalupe River trails, people are coming back and using public space again.
The mayor says foot traffic on the 9-mile network of trails has increased by 100% in the last year. The city established 21 no encampment zones in that time, forcing out unhoused people and clearing trash. Well, Spencer, it looked like a nice day to be outside and clean up our parks.
And another one coming our way tomorrow, Francis. Sunny skies tomorrow. High temperatures ranging from about 70 near the coast to upper 70s near the bay to near 90 inland. And it's going to be even warmer on Monday, which, by the way, will be the first day of fall. Francis.
All right. Can't believe it. Spencer, thanks. Enjoy the rest of the game, and we'll see you tonight at 8.
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
Hey, my treat today. I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover.
You're stuck in the past. Unlike me.
You look rad.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Totally.
And done. A complete list of reasons why the ACC is great.
You forgot ACC game days.
And football.
Yes.
Hoops.
Oh, I was going to say hoops. Every sport, really.
I see.
From East Coast to West.
Precisely. One at a time.
No one can touch us.
Slow down.
Y'all, it's us. We all make the ACC great. Oh, okay.
Of course. And football.
And hoops. We're all attractive.
And we're smart. Lacrosse, swimming,
baseball.
We're going to need a bigger board.
What about fencing? Volleyball. We got them all.
Dancing with the Stars returns as the night's most watched show.
Yeah. We are in for another record-breaking season. That wasn't good. It was great!
Dancing with the Stars, live Tuesday on ABC.
Welcome back.
Hey, Dirty. Give me what you got.
Guys, this year's gonna be... You know, guys, I still think it's gonna be a great year.
I like the way you do that right there. Right there.
My parents came to the U.S. in search of a better life, and they always taught us to celebrate our culture and carry on our traditions with pride and love.
Jack, over here.
I'm not him. Sorry, guys. I'm not him. I'm not Jack.
Up top and me, Jack. Up, just one more. One more before you go. One more before you go. One more.
Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized is a car that stops short of amazing.
Lease the 2025 RX 350 for $479 a month for 36 months.
Hi, game day scratchers, please.
Here you go.
It all comes down to this. They need a miracle. Here's the snap. The kick. It's blocked by Janice from El Segundo. Oh, my God. Where will a little play take you?
Ma'am?
Game day scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day.
For whatever life throws at you, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
This happy couple is living the Dinkwad dream. And no, that's not a product name.
Double income, no kids with a dog.
A very cute dog. Well, this guy just dreams of being the best plant dad in the city.
You're my favorite.
At IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Back in Miami for the second half. This is ABC Saturday Night Football, presented by Capital One. Watching the ACC on ABC in this ACC versus SEC matchup. Hurricanes lead 13-0 at halftime. Welcome back, Chris, Kirk, and Holly. Let's put in perspective what we see for this Miami team. Overwhelming Kirk at the line of scrimmage, which we talked about. Pass game not clicking. The receivers have a total of 25 yards. That has been perfect. There's still more to do for this team.
Yeah, and I think Florida's defense has something to do with that. But also, I think you're right. I think it's fair to look at where Miami wants to be a balanced team. We've seen them be able to run the football tonight, not just really be able to click with their passing game yet. And, first 30 minutes. But the Gators defense, I mean, it kept them in this game. And they've made some pretty good stops when it looked like things might be going in one direction quickly. But they made some big plays when they needed to on third down.
Canes right down the field in the opening possession. After that, just a pair of field goals by Davis. 1 yard deep. Marion going to bring it out. Eludes one tackler and fights hard but cannot get the perimeter. Knocked out short of the 20. Our playbook brought to you by Modelo.
Well, the pony package has been there a little bit more than maybe we expected. It's where you can get both your running backs back there. Nice job of leading the way there by Brown and that offensive line. And there are times when it just looked like, boy, they're just going to maul Florida up front. Look at that play right there. That was early in the game. They're trying to get Fletcher loose, trying to get him out in space, averaging about 5 yards a carry in this first half. And Gators, again, to their credit, have made the stops to keep them in this game at 13. But I think they're going to get some of that same kind of feel from Miami where they want to try to test them up front.
They pull the ball. It's a first down throw on the edge. Loft in the tight end. Involved 3 times tonight. Good blocking in the perimeter by Joshua Moore. Pick up 13.
Yeah, good condensed formation to be able to bring the defense in, and then just a quick pass. They were able to get to the edge, and here comes the tempo they talked about maybe sprinkling in.
Gators barely lined up for this play. Fletcher knocked down after another solid gain on first down. Holly, what do you have?
Well, Billy Napier said this is an essential moment in the football game. They're down only by 13 points, but there's a huge disparity in time of possession and number of plays run. He said, we just haven't been able to get off the field on third down. They're going on these long extended drives, and that's hurting our team. We're backed up every time we get the ball. We've also got to eliminate some pressure on DJ Lagway. They said some running backs have missed protections. They've all got to be on the same page.
Fletcher on the second down run. Falls forward just short of the marker. Yeah, all 13-point deficits are not equal. No. And a shootout is one thing.
Yeah.
When you've shown the ability to make explosive plays tonight, not so much. We're trying to get a stop here right away.
Yeah, when you have one first down in the game, it's every possession for this defense matters to try to keep them in the game. Canes 5 of 9 on those third downs in the first half.
Really efficient early in that department, not so much in the second quarter. We'll try the middle, move the pile, and Fletcher gets the first down. Yeah, worst case scenario for Miami to go on another long drive like they did to begin this football game.
Yeah, a lot of that was power running and just quick throws. Gators are going to continue to keep their safeties back. They want Miami to have to force Miami to have to drive the length of the field. They don't want to give up explosives. It worked pretty well for them in that first half, only giving up the 13 points.
Longest pass play for Miami was a flare pass to Brown, who picked up 22. That time, they swarmed the line, and Fletcher's going to be hit for a loss behind the sticks on first down for once. He loses 2.
Well, they do a good job here setting the edge on this defense on the outside there. Really, really good, sound defense. Not just physicality in the middle, which we wondered with Banks out. you have three defensive linemen up front out. How will they hold up? They've held up pretty well. Billy Napier told us this week, even though we have those injuries, we have confidence, we've got depth, and they've shown it.
Dial up some pressure on 2nd and 11. Beck gets the ball out far side. Catch made by Keelan Marion, who's driven out near midfield by Dijon Johnson. Well, another 3rd down coming up for the Canes. They'll need 4.
Yeah, good job of recognizing Marion, who has really good speed. Probably one of the fastest Canes they have on his team. He usually can go by defenders. He had a nice cushion there. Good job of recognizing that by Beck. Pre-snap against the pressure. Just got the ball out there quickly and gives him a chance here. Much more manageable 3rd and 4.
Pressure again picked up. Short throw. And Malachi Tony spun free. It's really close to the marker at the 47. Dijon Johnson got him down after he did spin free. Couldn't quite get his traction. Looks like he's going to be just short.
Looks like what a good play, but now Johnson is down. Right away, grabbed that right leg. He's short there. There's Graham trying to make the play. There's a true freshman. Tony's fighting for every yard. And then there's 27 coming in there at the end. And as soon as he got up to celebrate making that tackle, he went down.
The guy who had the interception against LSU last game. We'll step away. 4th and 1 for Miami when you come back.
2, please.
Make that 3 with the Capital One Saver card. You earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment. 3% cash back on salty, 3% cash back on sweet. You know this movie's 3 hours, right?
Good call.
Are you in this one?
Yeah, I'm in this one. Get your tentacles off my 3% cash back. Oh, perfect delivery. Oh, what's in your wallet?
Dulcolax.
Good morning. Hey. Good morning.
New Dulcolax Liquid Gel with Liquid Core reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight for relief that feels amazing. New Dulcolax Liquid Gel.
Another Saturday with Saban.
Hey, Coach. Great W technique.
It's a process to win, and winning is a process.
And one coat for the win.
That's how I roll.
Good one, Coach.
Get one coat Hide in over 1,000 colors with Bear Marquee, only at the Home Depot.
No weak spots in my coverage.
You're feeding my grand dog Blue, right?
Purina One.
But Blue's got deboned chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, barley.
Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn gluten meal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal.
Let's switch to Blue.
Can the Nissan Frontier out-monster a monster truck? Not that you would, but you could. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle. It's our most tender steak, expertly grilled throughout the day. Expertly seasoned with garlic, cumin, and coriander. Expertly crafted just for you. Nobody does carne asada like Chipotle. Nobody.
And it's a beautiful day in L.A. We're doing a quick flyby over the Santa Monica Pier. And hang on, we're getting, what is that? I don't know if you're seeing this. It looks like something is falling from outer space.
Help is on the way.
Capital One cardholders can redeem their credit card rewards for tickets to exclusive events and experiences on Capital One Entertainment. Scan the code to learn more. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
No hesitation from Cristobal, the Canes dean, about maybe half the length of a football on 4th down. Smash forward and get it easily with Marty Brown. Oh, they blew the whistle. He came out of the pack. The crowd's going nuts like it's a touchdown. They blew the whistle. An offensive line, the helmet got taken off. I'm not sure that's why.
Well, I think they stopped his forward progress. That's why the whistle came out, but he never went down. You know, this Miami team, whether it's the offensive line or the running backs,
first down,
they pride themselves on just never giving up. They keep pushing. They keep grinding. The offensive linemen aren't going to give up.
So here for the whistle here. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know if the forward progress, by the standards of tonight, where they've been pushing the pile, Bill.
Bill, that whistle came in late, right?
He came through there pretty clean. The whistle for forward progress, I think he'd want that back.
He never really stopped.
No, the crowd's grumbling. Beck's looking for quiet here. They do keep the drive alive with the Gator 45, but feel like Brown deserved to be given a touchdown there. On the edge, that's off the hands of Lofton, the tight end. Complete. It just haven't clicked, and even the short passing game hasn't been easy tonight.
No, obviously haven't seen a lot downfield. Gators defensive line trying to rotate body, stay fresh to be able to defend the run and also be able to continue to pressure Carson Beck. Not been a real strength of theirs all year. You mentioned earlier just 2 sacks on the year coming in. They have had 1 tonight with a coverage sack. Castell and Thornton still back there protecting against deep shots.
Quick out, 2nd and 10 on the perimeter, trying to work his way back is C.J. Daniels. Hasn't really made a big impact yet tonight. Had the drop earlier on the 3rd down pass. Sets up another 3rd down here.
You know, whether it's the NFL or college football, you're seeing more and more defenses have this approach, which is to put 2 safeties back, not give up the big play, make offenses have to drive the length of the field and be consistent with their execution without penalties, without being able to convert on, you know.
Mel Kiper went crazy about that, didn't he?
Yeah. And when it does, it makes you run the ball and dink and dunk underneath and yards after the catch, and ultimately it comes down usually to the red zone.
Beck has plenty of time down the middle. Incomplete. Over the head of Daniels and then short of Malachi Toney. Carson, I think, would be the first to tell you this has not been his best night. Not throwing the ball like he expects to, regardless what the defense is trying to do, eliminating big plays.
Yeah, and what he's doing is he's got his eyes here on 14, Castell, and watch him do a good job. He's being threatened here, but does a good job of not necessarily taking that bait, and then is able to come up and affect maybe the vision there and the potential accuracy of Carson Beck, because I think he felt that safety starting to drive down to his receiver. Passing game has not been pretty tonight for the Canes.
Not at all. They've owned field position, and once again, Joyce trying to pin them deep, and did he get in the end zone? Coverage man was standing in the end zone. Did the ball break the play? Dylan Day is the gunner. They're talking about it here. And now they're going to say touchback. So the Canes a couple times have had the punt bounce short of the end zone, but they haven't been able to execute that piece. So the Gators will start from the 20. That did break the plane.
I'm a big rock. And while you're down there posing for pictures, I'm seeing the bigger picture from up here. And this little birdie's telling me it's time for this rock to roll. Photo bomb! And if you don't have the right insurance, this could really flatten your savings.
Awesome.
So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now, get a sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5.
Bring it in, Old Dominion! We know that it takes hard work to be the best in the game. It starts up front with protection, making sure the freight arrives safe and damage-free. Then we work as a team, packing every shipment and running every route with precision. And we always manage the clock to be on time every time, so that every drive is a scoring drive. 1, 2, 3, OD! Now
Now that's the best in the game. No playoff needed. Old Dominion Freight Line, proud sponsor of college athletics.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No games, no fun.
Yes, Coach.
Meanwhile, at a Vrbo, get the vacation you expect and never a hovering host.
Where's the beer guy?
Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here?
I missed that because of you.
Hey, got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice.
Never mind.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I was getting the cake.
This Adam is on WhatsApp.
Everyone here?
Yep. Everyone on the WhatsApp group got the event invite and the location change.
Great.
This Adam is not.
Is everybody here? No one showed up. Well, I texted the group. We moved it to your place.
But with all the RSVP texts, no one noticed the location change. This party was a huge. While this one was just a tiny.
Surprise! Surprise!
Sorry, Larry.
There's no one hiding. Oh.
ABC Saturday Night Football, presented by Capital One, is brought to you by Allstate and the Allstate AFCA Good Works team, recognizing the athletes for their good work off the field. Visit ESPN.com/Allstate to learn more.
On a stormy night in the Everglades long ago, a 2,000-year-old cypress tree was felled by a bolt of lightning, and they built the Seminole War Canoe trophy out of it. Out that build-up, we didn't get to see it. We'll show it to you. Ironic that the trophy in this game is called the Seminole War Canoe.
It is.
Jackson on the edge.
Hey, here they go.
Explosive run play. Dodging tacklers. Jacoby Jackson still going. And the Gators have life after all. Out across the 46.
Hey, there you go. Instead of running inside, they bounced it to the outside. Used the motion there by the tight end, Tony Livingston. You get an extra hat right there. And now they just do a good job of being able to pick up some perimeter blocks. And how about the run? There's what we're talking about. A little bit of effort, a little bit of excitement. And it's Jacoby Jackson that brings it there on that nice run once he got to that second level.
Had as many yards in that play as they had in the first half of total offense. Feed it to him again. Ball's forward for about 3 before Teray grabbed him. Will that be a spark they can build on?
Well, you get the big play to the outside, and then you put a little bit of a dent there on the left to be able to open up at least some positive yards. That first half, they didn't have any runs like that. Every time they ran the football, the backs were hitting the backfield. So any kind of positive yards on the ground is something new for the Gators.
But that was their longest run of the season so far, 27 yards. Ball back in the game. They fake it to him, pitch it to the edge. And Brunell Brown, the third, will get assisted by his lineman. Got a show forward at the end of the play. Pick up 10 more. First down at the Miami 40.
Clearly adjustment by Billy Napier and his staff is, guys, we cannot continue to bang our heads into the middle of this defense. We're overmatched with this defensive front. Let's get the ball out on the perimeter. Saw a nice job that first play, come back on the third play, get the ball, flip it to the outside once again. Try to get out in space.
There's some Gator fans here. They've been quiet all night, making noise now.
Again.
Makes a cut. All of a sudden, they're opening some creases in that Hurricane front pickup. About 5.5 on first down.
And you can't take care of Ruben Payne and Mesidor on the edge, even Moten in the inside and play. Get the ball to the outside and let Hayden Hansen, who's 6'7.5", 270-pound tight end, 89, and Tony Livingston, another big tight end at 265 pounds. Let those guys work the edges and run the ball out in the perimeter.
Team that had one first down in the first half, putting together a nice-looking drive here and beginning to gas the Miami front. Sense of their own medicine here. 11 more to the 23.
Well, watch. Everything's been going out here, right? So watch now. Now you got the defense worried about going to the outside. Now you give the offensive linemen some blocking angles there to be able to get defensive front they've been struggling against. So good combination of getting the ball out to the perimeter and then also coming back to the inside there in this run game.
Ball again. Chased down by Bain. But another solid first down gain. Did nothing like this in the entire first half.
This offensive line, it was, I don't know how Billy Napier challenged them, but he clearly did. He and his staff, they've come out and looked like a very different team. This is what you're talking about. Maybe the defense came over and said, guys, let's go, man. Let's start competing. They sure have responded here this opening drive.
That time, Jackson tests the middle for a short gain. Aguirre makes the stop, and now Florida for the third down here. Such a huge difference, 3 or 7 on this possession, both on the scoreboard and in terms of trying to reset the narrative here.
Haven't converted yet on a third down tonight. Got to wonder with the success of this drive, they've had more urgency. They feel like the first time they fit Miami a little bit on their heels.
See if they dare to throw the ball and try to block that pass rush. Nope, they're going to feed the middle. Jackson stopped a couple yards short. Bain made the tackle. Maybe that's a call designed to set up this fourth down play. They need 2.
That's what I was thinking, is 4 down territory because of all this positive energy. It's a huge play here. All this, what they've been able to kind of build some confidence on, could all go away if you get stopped here on 4th and short.
Not an offense for the first 3 games. It's been good in these situations. Very poor, actually, on 3rd down and 4th down and short.
Well, they're going to call timeout. It didn't look like it was super organized. I think Billy Napier wanted to actually, even about 20 seconds left, he was letting that clock work down. This is too big a play. They'll probably talk it over and decide whether they want to settle for the 3 points or end up going for this to be able to try to keep this drive alive.
There's a chance they might choose to go for 3. We'll all find out together when you come back.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious...
I was close to defeat, I rose to my feet. Taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets.
What does it mean to be rich? It's first steps, and sometimes the last word. Rich is living life your way, and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts. Edward Jones.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil targets pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
When you realize that you've chosen too many Italian ingredients to put on a sandwich, name it something like loaded. So people think you did it on purpose. Arby's, we have the meats.
Bitcoin just dropped 8%. This is the window.